business is being disrupted right now by digital technology. How should you respond to make sure your company is not the last one making camera film? Welcome to Firing Line. I'm Bill Kutik. Joining us today to help answer that crucial question is the most famous IT analyst in the world, Wang. His new book, Disrupting Digital Business, is from the Harvard Business Review Press. Find it at your local bookstore or online. Ray is famous for roaming the entire enterprise software landscape, including HCM, looking for disruptive technologies. His firm, Constellation Research, advises Global 2000 companies on their future, on their business strategy, and the adoption of new technologies. Naturally, it also advises software vendors. Hello, Ray. Thanks for coming by.
Hey, Bill. Thank you so much for having me here. I'm excited.
I am too, because you're going to help me understand stuff that I don't quite understand. I hear the term digital transformation all the time, and I know it's really sort of an umbrella term that covers a lot of different technologies. And, lay it all out for me, will you?
It's a great point. This is like the buzzword of the year.
Exactly.
Digital transformation. What does it mean? Everyone's like, I'm doing digital transformation. We're in the middle of a digital activity. But what it comes down to is most people think of digital as these different channels, as these different technologies. So social, being able to engage differently. Mobile, thinking about doing things in motion. Cloud, being able to access unlimited computing power. Big data, getting to new types of insights. And Internet of Things, making devices smart. Now, those are important disruptive technologies, but the shift in digital business is really about a business model change. Thinking about how you operate differently, what your mission means, and how you can deliver that differently as the pace of change and as the world is changing in terms of the competitive environments.
And in your book, I love your emphasis on the 5 generations in the workforce, particularly around technology, and not cut up by age either. In the past, I've only heard the 2 categories, digital immigrant and digital native, but you've made that much more subtle. Lay that all out for us.
Great point. There's a lot of emphasis on millennials. I just spoke to 6,000 realtors about millennials, and I was like, oh my God, we realize millennials are just like other people too. What is that difference? And the distinction is really your digital proficiency, your comfort level with the technology, and your likeliness to use that technology. And when you bring those 2 together, you realize that age isn't the most critical factor. What it really is that digital proficiency. Now, digital natives grew up with the internet. I volunteer in a lot of old age homes and senior facilities, and they start with the iPad. It's not paper. Their pictures are there. They're working, they're communicating on there. They're even doing text to their grandkids. That is pretty cool. Now, digital natives could be all ages. Digital immigrants, you and I jot down notes, we go to conferences with these notepads, and then we might even take a picture of that notebook and send it to ourselves. That is officially a digital immigrant behavior. And you're sitting between 2 sets of technologies, the old world and the new world, and you're navigating them. Now we also have digital voyeurs, and digital voyeurs go and say, that's really cool, I know how it works, I'm not ready to do it, I'm not ready to jump in. And then digital holdouts are like, oh, I kind of know what it is, but it's okay, it doesn't cover me, and I'm not going to jump in. And then we have the digitally disengaged. These were once early adopters. These guys jumped in early. They were like, hey, check this out, this is a cool trend. Now they pay in cash, they use burner phones, and they hide from video cameras. It's the NSA, they're scared, they want to be tracked by the government, right? And so that's a shift. Now, using those 5 generations, you now have a different type of segmentation, not by age, but in a way you can help in transforming organizations, understanding adoption, and helping people get from point A to point B in that digital divide.
Help me with something else. An earlier guest, I think you saw the show, Josh Bersin,
Yes.
talked about the overwhelmed employee and the fire hose of information we all get all the time. And I was wondering, you see so many technologies. Is there anything on the horizon that might actually help us regain our sanity and deal with that without having the 2 or 3 clones that everyone knows you have to get everything done that you get
This
done?
is clone number 2, did you know?
No, I didn't. What's clone number 1 doing?
He's on vacation, I think.
Okay.
But no, this is a great point. We are all overwhelmed. And what we have, you look at my Twitter stream, that's crazy. You look at what's going on in Facebook, people have those streams. And, if you work inside some organizations, all they have is streams coming at them, emails, phone calls, texts, everything in different channels. The missing ingredient here is context. Context by a role, context by a relationship, context in terms of the time or the location, context in terms of the weather. That actually drives that, or temperature, or sentiment or geophysical location. So, you get those stupid emails in large offices like, there's cake on the 5th floor. Well, I'm not even in your building. What the heck is this, right? We're trying to streamline that type of information so that we can get to a point where right information at the right time, in the right mode, and of course the right security model shows up to you when you need it. And that will help us a lot in terms of focusing what we need. So information in your office looks different than information at home, looks different than information in the car, right? In the car, I want to be able to respond quickly, but I'm not looking down there. So that's kind of the issue.
I'm glad you're not looking down there for all the information you get in your car, Ray.
Dude, I miss my BlackBerry. You used to text and drive without looking. Wait, did I say that out loud? No, just kidding.
Ray, thanks for stopping by, giving us all a little hope, and showing again what an original thinker you are.
Thank you so much, Bill. Happy to be here.
To make sure you don't miss the next firing line, please click the red box at the end of the show to subscribe. You'll get just one email reminder for each episode. Thank you for watching. I'm Bill Kutik.